Hey, for my game programming class this semester, so my title screen, you listen, there's some music in the I want to have it take you to like a thank you for playing and that we're still developing the check back for updates. Then this button will take you to the menu, as well as this button here. And then when you're finished, you can just hit exit to exit the game. So that is my Picross game. I'm actually going to bring that back up so I can show you where and how I met the requirements. So I'm going to window it so we can switch back and forth with Unity. Alright, I'm going to turn the volume on. Cool. So, from project 1, the requirements that I have met are to import a sprite and display it on screen. So here on my main menu, I have this rocket ship sprite. Move it around, does things. So I've imported that into my sprites folder. You see here, I have lots of sprites. And I have put it and displayed it within the screen. For project 1, I also chose to meet the get key or get down button. I'm hoping that it will be accepted that I use the mouse, get mouse down instead of get key, because my game does not have any sprites that you can move around using the keys or anything like that. It's involves a lot of clicking. It's just the nature of the game that I chose to do. So I'm opening my script and I'll show you my get mouse downs. So on, this is my toggle boxes one. What that means is that this is the script that handles changing the boxes on the puzzle from filled to X'd out to empty. So here, what I do is I have a trigger box on each square, which I can show you here. I'll show you level 1. So on level 1, I have this 2D collider box around each one, and I have it checked as is triggered. then I went in and attached a script to it called toggle boxes, which handles switching the states. So how I did that is I made an array to hold all of the possible states, and what that is, it just holds each sprite, and I have a public sprite renderer thing that holds like the sprite renderer that I am changing the sprite in. Okay, so down here in my on mouse down, I have the thing that switches it. So currently I have two if statements. The first says if the index is less than the length of the array that holds the state, then we're going to increment the index, and we are going to change the sprite to the new state, which will be at the next index number. And if none is true, it will check this one. So this is if index is greater than or equal to the length of the array. So if it's like 4, it will set the index back to 0, and we'll change the sprite to that sprite at that position. So I have it set up this way so it just loops through them, so you can keep clicking and it'll keep changing it in the order that's supposed to. And then on here I can show you the array. So under my states I have 3, and then here are my elements, and they're each sprite. And then the sprite renderer for each one, I have the sprite renderer for the box that it's attached to. So it only changes that box. Okay, so the next one is the set actives, and that is in my menu. And what I did, which I don't actually think it was working when I showed you guys actually. So here, so here I have, that's weird, a sprite. Oh, it's behind, where is it? Oh, I guess you can't see it. Why? I guess that will be my problem. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, what it's supposed to do, which if there was a sprite on that game object, you would be able to see. I don't know why that's weird. Okay. I'll show you in the script. So, what you would see in the game is that when you complete a level, a new sprite will appear that shows you the picture that you completed. So from here, oh, right here. Check for completed. Sorry. The script is gone. That's probably why it's not working. Okay. I cannot show you that. So, I'll miss that one. So from project 2, I have the game manager singleton. This is that. You can go to the scenes, go to the main menu. Whoa. So here I don't have, oh yes, I have the game manager. I have 2 singletons in my whole game. The first one is in the game manager, which keeps track of which levels have been completed. And this is in charge of setting the level select sprites, which, since it's not working. So anyway, so here, up here you have all of the booleans. And then, okay, so here is what causes my game manager to be a singleton. So it basically just says that if this doesn't equal null and this doesn't equal this, then to destroy this game object, because it means that there is another game object out there that is the same thing, So that way it just makes it. Okay, I got cut off there and I didn't even notice, but that's okay. I'm back. So the next thing, I don't know if I finished up the game manager. Crap. Okay, so I talked about the game manager and how it is a singleton. That also holds the set actives. So here you can see in here that I have, when the game loads, I set all these game objects to be false so we can't see them. And then down here in update, I check every frame to see if any of these, if any of the levels have been completed, and if so, then I change the appropriate sprite, or change the game object to be seen on the appropriate one. Next, I have the use of triggers. So what I did there is on my grid, I have a trigger box, and each I did touch upon this earlier. I have the trigger box on there, it is a trigger, and then I have it set so when you click on it and on mouse down changes the box sprite. I do have some prefabs. I mostly did this because it was easier on my part, not really because it was an assignment, but I set up the first level and I went into the second level and was like, this isn't in the same spot. So I made the grid into a prefab so I could just drag it in and it'll be in the same spot and it'll look the same. I did the same things for these numbers, just the boxes that the numbers are over, just so that they're in the same spot and they look great and it's the same in every level. I also have the clues here, and that is the numbers themselves. So if I put that in the scene, all the numbers appear like the numbers that's on the thing, but they appear in the same spot and I can just go in and manually change them without having to do a lot of like moving them around and stuff, so that was nice. Next, I don't have hard-coded values for anything really. A lot of the things are, drag into here, so this array I made public, so you can just drag in like the sprites and so pretty much all my variables are public. So here on the numbers, you can, that's a text mesh, so that doesn't really matter, but on these, this is a text mesh. But anything that I have the sprite on, just get her water. Okay, so like in a different level, I'll show you. Like check answers here. I have this as dragged each of these in there, and then I also for filled I put that in there, and then I have the game manager there. So pretty much if a designer came in here, they could change whatever, and the game would still be the game, but they could change all these to make it different. So from project 3, I have my main menu. Here I have my success menu, and then my game over menu here is updates. So this kind of lets player know like that's the whole game, but I will be continue working on this project. So the next, I decided not to go that route, and I'll tell you why. So at first, when I first made this game, this whole grid were buttons, canvas buttons, and I had a lot of issues with making sure things were in the right spots, like on what's like different size screens. And then I got to work, and then I learned that I could use the on mouse down, and so I ended up doing that for a lot of it because it made my life a lot easier. I didn't have as much time as I wanted to work on this, so I ended up doing it this way so to keep the looking great no matter what size screen that is on. Okay, but I can do, where's the scene? So on the menu, like Okay, whatever. So here you can go to, do camera UI, there we go, and, toss in a button. And to get this to work properly for like scaling and things, so on the canvas you click and you can come over here and do screen space, camera, space. I generally just do screen space, and then you can change these things like how you do it to mostly scale properly. Would be you go here and you change it to scale screen size. And then you can set like whatever resolution that you're looking to. And then you can change these so you can match the height or width, or you can expand it to fit or shrink to fit. And I find that gets a little wonky sometimes, but for the most part, okay. And then on here, like on your element, you have this, and this helps you, it anchors the object to a side of the screen in the area. And when you do that, it helps to keep it more where you want it, but still I find that it always shifts when I have a different size screen, so I just need to learn more about how to work with that. I think that's my downfall. So I do understand how to use it. It's just I decided not to mess with it this time. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, I have my audio source, and this is my second singleton in my game. I have this script I called Audio Singleton, and on my Void Awake, I say don't destroy this object. I guess it's not really a singleton, because they don't have the other stuff. But essentially, it's just don't destroy this object, and on start, play the audio. This keeps the audio playing throughout the entire game, and when you load from one screen to the next, it doesn't change the music or start it over. It just keeps on playing from where you left off. And that's like the big thing that I wanted. As another thing is that my game has 3 levels. As you saw in here, my game has 4 levels, so that's awesome. And then I can show you my audio source in the scene. It's actually right here. I did have it in 0, but I guess I got moved around. Let's see. Looking at 0, so you can see it right here in the middle of the screen. So that's good. It's in there. And then I have my audio clip in my folder. My game has this menu victory loss. Yep, we did that. And then I was working on getting like checkpoints. I don't think it's working right now, but I can show you what it's done. On my toggle box script in here, I have the player preferences. And it sees the index number, so of whatever box it's on. So it should, in theory, I don't know if it's actually working. If you leave and come back, you should have the boxes be checked. But I feel like that just saves it and it's not putting it back in, so I think that a little more work, I could actually get that working, because I don't think it will work at this moment. Alright, so that's a lot of the game. I feel like there was one more thing. No, those are all the things that I had. I feel like that the projects that we had to go off of were not suited to the game that I wanted to do. We did a lot of like moving around and moving a sprite around, and a lot of those didn't work for this game because it's a puzzle game where you point and click. So I wasn't able to meet a lot of requirements like move a sprite on the screen or use WASD to move the sprite on the screen or the arrow buttons because I don't have a sprite that moves around. And that's just because of the genre of game that I wanted to do. I decided to go in a completely different direction because I wanted to challenge myself. We did only have 2 weeks to do the project, so that was really limiting, but I feel like I got a lot done and I learned so much from doing this. Wow. Yes, and all the art is, well, not all the art. So this space